The white-tip reef shark does not need to move in order to pump water over its gills. What's going on, everybody? My name is Brandon. I'm a marine biologist and an artist, and welcome to Nature Meets Paper, the place where we go on an adventure to discover the world of marine biology. I love sharing my passion of the ocean and its creatures with you through art. If you are new here, welcome. This place is for everyone who likes adventure, discoveries, or connecting with nature. If you're returning, it's great to see you. Thank you for coming back. Today we are going to be discovering the white-tip reef shark. Are you ready? Let's dive in. The white-tip reef shark is found all throughout the Indo-Pacific Ocean. They range from West Africa to Central America. This is a huge area of water. They prefer coral reefs and clear water. They are bottom-associated animals. They like hiding in caves, under ledges, and/or sandy patches during the day. Then roam the reef during the night to feed. They're commonly seen at from 8 to 40 meters or 26 to 131 feet deep. What are we looking for when looking at a white-tip reef shark? They grow to roughly 1.6 meters or 5.2 feet in length. They are light gray with counter shading. This means the shark is lighter on the stomach than the dorsal surface. They can pump water over their gills for respiration. This allows them to stay still and lie on the bottom of the substrate. Most sharks need to swim around in order to move water over their gills, so having this pump ability is really fascinating. They have a blunt nose with skin flaps curled to make tubes near the nares. The nares are the location on the shark that is like the nostrils. They are like barbels for some fish, minus the sensitivity to electricity. They have oval eyes with vertical pupils. These eyes are more adapted to seeing movement and contrast rather than definition. They don't need to see well if they are hunting at night in the dark. Since the white-tip is active during the night, they have increased their electrosenses and sense of smell. Their electrosenses are located in the ampullae of Lorenzini. They have a thin body with their dorsal fin farther back on the body. They need this body type to fit into tight places. They hide in caves and feed in the coral when fish are asleep. Speaking of the dorsal fin is tipped with white coloration as well as the caudal fin. This is where the shark gets its name. White tips are found in small to medium groups. They rarely move farther than 2 kilometers away from their reef location and can stick around for several years. They even sleep in the same crevice or cave for several months to years. Although the sharks live in groups, they don't create feeding frenzies like the gray reef shark and the blacktip reef shark. Although it is every shark for themselves when feeding, they feed in a civilized manner. This brings us to the segment where we discover the diet and condition of the white-tip reef shark. What do they eat? They commonly eat small fish, crustaceans, octopuses, and eels. They are predators to some larger species of sharks, including the tiger shark and, on occasion, the giant grouper. How are the white tips doing? The IUCN Red List has them listed as near threatened. The white tips have a small range in terms of it moving around in its territory. They feel pressure of overfishing from humans. They also reproduce at a late stage in life and take several years to mature. This study was conducted in 2005 and needs to be revisited and re-evaluated. Shark encounters with humans are rare, but it does happen. They are docile and typically don't interact or attack humans. They can if agitated or harassed. They are also extremely curious sharks. They will swim incredibly close to humans to see what they are doing. Remember, they don't have the best eyesight and they need to get close to see what it is. So don't freak out. Let it do its thing and you won't get hurt. That is, unless you are spearfishing or fishing in the water. The sharks will snag your fish or attempt to steal it. My recommendation is to be careful when fishing or leave the area if a shark appears. This brings us to my personal story with this shark. The Maui Ocean Center has an incredible shark encounter tank. I was able to see the tank and the sharks during feeding time. This caused the sharks to come off the bottom and start to circle for food. I love this. First, I got to get a good look at all of the fish, sharks, and rays in the tank. But I also got great photos of the shark's side. I prefer getting photos of the side of the animal when I can. This allows you to see most of the animal. It also lets me teach about the animal better. I do my best to show you the animals, but it is also fun to get dynamic shots. Sharks are fun to photograph. I really like sharks. They are awesome creatures. This whitetip was circling and feeding on fish chunks. It got its fill and then hid in the back of the tank again. I also got pictures of other animals during this time. I would love to scuba dive with them in the wild, but this encounter was still amazing. I hope you enjoy and can share with my love of sharks. I will call this adventure finished. Thanks so much for watching this video. It means so much that you take time out of your schedule to discover something new. If I deserved it, click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. This will allow you to know whenever I post new content. I post every Saturday here on YouTube, and I will try and post every Tuesday on Patreon. Links can be found below for my Patreon page, as well as my Teespring, where I sell merchandise like t-shirts and leggings for ladies. You can also find my social media. I typically use Instagram the most, so that you can use that to see what I'm up to. I also sell the art that I make in these videos in the forms of the originals and high quality prints. If you're interested in purchasing one, just send me an email and we can work that out. I've been Brandon, and I'll see you in our next adventure.